I just happen to have a net at home, but a lot of you probably don't have one. Very simple solution for that. Get a piece of chalk on your board or on your hitting surface. Maybe it's the garage door in my case. You're going to measure up the length of your racket and then the width of your racket, and that's where your line is going to be. And you can draw a chalk line across your garage door or anything else that you're using. Just draw a chalk line so that you know you have to hit the ball that higher. Hit above the line, then you know the ball went over the net. Okay, so remember, just one more time here, you're going to put your racket length, measure the length up, and then measure the width of that, and that's where your line will be. The length of the racket and the width of the head, and that's where the line will be. Okay, what I want the athletes to watch now, I'm going to hit forehands, and what we need to do is look for ready position between each shot. Be ready to move your feet. When you see the ball coming over the net, track it with your hand, get your racket back, stop, hit the ball low to high, and follow through. And then get back to ready position so that you can stop, hit the ball low to high, and then back to ready position. Okay? Now we're ready to hit some balls. Racket heads up, ready to hit. Stop, swing, hit. Okay? Ready, step, swing, hit. Okay, now we're going to switch to backhand, athletes. Just like when you did forehand, your left hand had something to do, okay? Now your left hand has a different job to do. What you're going to do in backhand, you start at the same ready position, which you guys already know, same ready position. You're going to think, oh, the ball's on this side. Okay, I'm going to pull back with my left hand. I'm going to pull back, step, swing, and we're going to hit the ball out front, and we're going to follow through. Okay? So this time, your left hand is pulling back and helping your right hand by pushing. Your left hand pushes, your right hand pulls, this hand pushes. You're going to hit the ball out in front and follow through over your shoulder. Okay? So here it is in kind of slow motion. Pull back, step, swing, and follow through. Here we go. Pull back, step, swing, and follow through. And it's important that when you pull back, your shoulder goes down because you're going to reach out, hit the ball low to high. The ball's below your waist. It's low, and you're going to hit it and go up high. Okay, this will be two-handed backhand. Be patient with me because I'm an old person and we did one-handed backhand. Okay, here we go. Step, swing. Okay. Step to the ball, swing. Okay, here we go. Step, swing. Whoa, that was a big one. Step, swing. Perfect. Almost took out my partner. Stop, swing. I missed it. Hate it when that happens. That's all right. We all miss. Here we go. Step, swing. Perfect. Here we go. Step, swing. I let go. Okay, good job, athletes. Backhand, forehand, important. Swing through, follow through. Good job, athletes. Okay, athletes, now it's time to actually do your forehand hitting and your backhand hitting as if you were playing a game with someone. I know you maybe don't have a partner to play with. That's okay. All you have to do is find a garage door or a wall or something flat to hit against and just hit against the wall, and that's pretty easy. My garage door has some cracks in it and some squares on it, so it's not exactly flat, but that's okay. I'm just going to hit the ball a couple times and I'm going to catch it and then start over. We're just looking for the correct form to use when we're hitting our balls. That way, when we do get on the court to play with our partners, then we will have the correct fundamentals down and we'll be able to do it really well. Okay, so what I want you to remember now, forehand, ready position, which you guys already have, racket head up, handle down, feet apart, your ready position, looking forward, okay? To play against the ball, what we're going to do is drop the ball in front of us. Just drop the ball in front of you, okay? We're not going to throw it. We're just going to drop it. So as I go back, I'm going to drop the ball, okay? Here we go. I'm going to go drop, step, hit. And then I'm going to catch the ball and do it again, okay? Start with ready position, drop, step, hit, and follow through. Remember to always follow through. Hit the ball nice and slow. Keep the ball on your racket and place it where you want it to go. By following through, that puts the ball over the net. Okay, here we go. Drop the ball in front, drop, step, follow through. Okay, doesn't matter which ball you use. Got the orange one again. And same thing. Drop, step, hit, follow through. Okay, ready position, drop, step, hit, follow through. And went back, so I just pull out another one. Here we go. I've got my opponent, my ready, drop, step, hit, follow through. Okay, you can have a good time doing that. If you can hit it more than once, that's awesome, but just hitting it 1 or 2 times is good enough. So have fun. There are a number of training articles that you can buy, but for now, I think they're just as good if we make them ourselves, okay? This one was to help with the ball toss and the serving, but as you can see, I'm almost worn it out. It's broken a couple times. I had to tie it, so now it's short. So I'm going to show you how to make one. I make them now, and it's a lot easier to use, okay? First, you're going to take a ball of string, okay? And you're going to take one of your balls. Doesn't matter if it's a regular ball, speed ball, doesn't matter. And you're going to cut a piece of string to tie around the ball, okay? I'm going to take that string and I'm going to tie it on tight to the ball. I'm going to tie it on as best as I can. You might have to have someone put their finger on it like you're wrapping a package and get it on there nice and tight in the center of the ball, okay? So you have a ball with a piece of string right in the middle of it. Okay, now you're going to take your string again, and this time you're going to cut a bigger piece, pretty big piece. Okay, and this time you're going to take that string and you're going to put it underneath the string that you already tied. Going to slip it under there, and then also go around your ball and tie that string on as well, so that it's crisscrossed. Like my cameraman said, it's crisscrossed like a ribbon on a package. And if it comes off, you can make another one. It's only string. It's cheap stuff. Okay? So now we have a ball, and it's got the strings tied on it. Okay? And if they're in the center, that keeps them tight. Okay? I center up one side, and the other side goes down. Okay? Now you're going to tie a loop right here at the end to put on your finger. Okay, let me get that in there. There we go. Now I have a loop on this end and the ball on this end. Saved myself $6 because I didn't have to buy one. And I'm going to put that on my middle finger, on your big middle finger right there. Okay, put it right there. knots on the inside, and you are ready to work on your ball toss and your serve to get ready for tennis, serving the tennis ball. Okay, today we're going to work on the serve. Serving is how you get the ball started so that you can actually play a game. So one could probably say serving is almost the most important step in starting to play tennis, okay? Unfortunately, it's also the most complicated stroke. So I'm going to break it down into a lot of little pieces, just like we did at camp when you guys have done a really good job at that. So I'm going to go through all those little tiny steps to get us ready to serve the ball nice and hard into our opponent's court. The first step in serving the ball is getting used to using the hand that's not holding your tennis racket, okay? So that I remember I'm going to keep my racket in my racket hand the whole time while I'm working on this. I'm just going to rest it on my shoulder, okay? What I want you to do is start with a ball and just lightly throw it up and down. You must keep your hand open and your palm up, okay? I don't want you to go like that. I want you to go up and let it fall back into your hand. Throw it up and fall back into your hand, okay? I don't want you to do it here. I want you to do it arm length out in front of you, out in front of you. Don't have to throw it very high. Just get used to throwing and catching the ball, okay? That's what we do for tennis. We have to throw the ball out in front of us so that our racket swings and it hits it from out in front of us, okay? So you can practice that. You can turn off your video and practice that for a few minutes. The next thing I'm going to do is have you use that ball that you tied your string on, because now I want you to throw the ball up higher, and it's like a blooming flower, they say. When the ball leaves your hand, your fingers just open up. When the ball leaves your hand, your fingers open up, so you're just lifting the ball into the air. You're not really throwing it real hard. The reason we tied the string on it is because we want it to go to the end of the string. We want it to go that high. And also another good reason is if you don't catch it, you don't have to run after it very far. So we're going to try this again. Again, put your racket up on your shoulder. Get your ball out in front of you. You're going to toss the ball as you raise your arm all the way up over your head. And you're just going to open your hands, open your hand, and let the ball rise out of your hand. But your arm has to be over your head, so the ball is going to be above the length of your arm. I know mine fell off, but I can still catch my ball. But if yours falls off, make your loop tighter. I didn't make that loop very tight. I'm going to wrap it around a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Okay, here we go. I'm going to get my racket up. I'm standing up straight. My arm's out in front of me, and I'm going to toss the ball up and catch it. And everything happens on the outside of my body, out above my body. Everything happens really high above my body. Really high. Oops, that's a bad one. That's all right. Okay, I get up like this. I'm ready to go. Toss it up or lift it up into the air. Lift it up and catch it. Practice that for a while, and then we'll be right back for the next step. Okay, the next step I want you to work on, if you have the weighted racket, now's a good time to use it. If you don't, that's okay too. Just use your regular racket. But what we're going to do is I'm going to put the ball down for a second, and we're going to practice holding our racket in the correct position, like this on my back. My elbow is up, okay? Not like this. Can't do anything like this. But my elbow is up. My racket is back, okay? And we're going to go from here to here. And we're going to practice doing that from here to here with our arm extended all the way, and we're going to lean forward a little bit on our left leg. From here to here. That is really the most important stroke in tennis, is from here to here. Now you see people on television going like this, and they go all around, but eventually they go right there, and that's where they take their stroke from. That's where your power comes from. So you don't need to do all of this. All you need to do is put your racket up, your elbow up, your racket down on your back, and go from here to here. Okay? I want you to practice that, and I want you to take a big swing and follow through. So we're going to take this, rack it up, okay, serve, big swing, and follow through. And with the weighted racket like this, you are increasing your muscle on your serving arm, increasing the muscle. Boom, take a few swings with it, and then you'll be ready to start with your regular racket, and it should feel nice and light after doing the other one. But again, always start with your elbow up. Okay, go out and practice that for a little bit. Okay, the next step now is to try to hit your ball at a slower pace. Again, recognizing where your racket head is so that you know you're hitting the ball with full extension. Now, if you're using the level 1 red speed ball, these are for short court tennis. You would not be hitting these as long a distance, so you don't really need to hit as hard right now. And you don't want to break a window or knock a hole in your garage door. So we're just going to practice for the height and the motion of the swing. Okay? So I'm going to start with my racket back, my arm up. I'm going to toss the ball in the air and just touch it with my racket. I'm going to toss the ball in the air, toss and touch. Okay? We're going to toss and touch. Here we go. I get set up nice. I'm looking at my opponent. I got my foot pointing to the net post. That's how we do it. And I'm going to toss and touch. Okay? Okay, remember to always start standing up straight with your racket in your back. Okay, up, touch. There we go. Okay, now for the fun stuff, final stage. Okay? We know all the parts of the serve. Let's see how hard we can serve it. Again, we're going to raise it up. I got my foam ball. We're going to raise it up all the way and hit and follow through. Notice where my racket ends up. My racket is going to end up way down here, and I follow through. So we throw the ball up, hit at its peak, and follow through. I didn't hit at its peak that time. Oops. Okay, can't hold those. Okay, here we go. We're going to go up, peak, follow through. And if it goes out in front of you too far, just catch it, let it go. Here we go. Up, follow through. Again, the ball is going in a downward trajectory, a downward direction over the net. It's hitting down into the opponent's court. So up, boom, and I followed through over my shoulder. Okay, athletes, now it's time to play tennis. I know it's a little weird because we're doing virtual tennis, but you can make it work. You can have some fun with this and build your skills, build your strength, and build your coordination with the ball. Get all ready to play with an opponent and a partner, okay? What I've done on my driveway here is I've marked out 21 feet. Right here is a 21-foot line. And that's the line that you would stand behind when you're playing short court tennis. This is the ball that you would use, the red, level 1, stage 1. The red and green ball is what you would use. You can use that, or, of course, you can use a foam ball. Either one work exactly the same, doesn't matter. Okay, and what I've done is I've made the 21-foot mark to stand behind, and I've also made a square on my garage door, a square about 1 foot above the net. Or if you drew a chalk line, my chalk line is right here, about 1 foot above the chalk line, and that's your goal, to try to hit that square when you serve, or try to hit that square when you're just doing your drop forehand shots, okay? And if you hit that square and stay focused on that square, stay looking at that square, and keep your racket aiming for that square, then you will get the ball over the net and it will come back to you and you can play. Okay? Now to start with, maybe you only want to hit it one time and then start again. You're the boss. You're the rule. You make the rules, because whatever game you want to make up, that's a fun game to play. Just remember that you're holding onto your racket correctly. You're stepping to the ball, hitting it out front, and following through. That's all there is to it, really. It's pretty easy. Okay, I'm going to hit a few shots. to ready position, drop, hit. It goes weird because I have squares on my garage door. Stop, step, hit. I'm going to pretend like I'm going to serve to my opponent now. I'm going to put my foot to the garage door, put my racket up, extend, hit, hit again. If it hits twice, that's okay. I don't like that one. I'm going to start again. Okay, my racket's up. And you guys just have fun with this the rest of the summer.